everybody, it's me, Nervent16 Retro Kid here on YouTube, and yes, it is time that I finally review Danger 5. Don't even think about. Oh, come on, Marv. Don't even think. Wait, you got Red Buster here too? I still want to kill Mars Girl. Oh, for God's sake, she just. You know, what if Joss liked it, huh? And then you make her a widow. You know that? Him too. Doesn't matter. Look, Marv, what do you want? I think you know exactly what you're avoiding again. I'm sorry. I just got over getting my ass kicked by a freaking movie exclusive, not V3. Where have you been lately? Oh, nothing. Just planning an obvious review for you. Alright, I'll do it. Good. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go pistol whip the freaking Dino Charge Rangers. You mean Kyoryuger? Oh, shut the fuck up. Shh. I'm staying throughout the entire review. And if you're out there, Mars Girl, I got a Go Buster Blast ready for you. You mean your Battleizer? Shut the fuck up. Nice to see you got your balls back finally, Red Buster. What, did you stop eating chicken? Okay. Hey everybody, it's me again, Nervous16 Retro Kid here on YouTube, doing a real review. As much as I would like to do Danger 5 and all the other Netflix exclusives, I might have to dedicate a week to it because this, the Dead Rising movie that came out on Crackle, and next month's Daredevil TV show, yeah, I'm going to get into that as well. I might dedicate a week to that. I don't know, that's in the works. Till then, here's my for reals, off the cuff, I guess, brief review on, very thorough review, thank you, Red Buster, on, ToQger versus Kyoryuger, the movie. This is their, I think, legit crossover this time. Yes, it is. Let's get to the cameo out of the way, since now all Super Sentai movies are going to have cameos for the future team. Ninjas are really not that bad, and for those who saw my sorta in-depth plus plot review of them bringing past ninjas very early into the show. Yeah, very early into the show, like 7 episodes in last time I checked. It turns out they're not only bringing past Red Rangers who are also ninjas, because they did this gimmick before, they're also bringing Go Ranger, Aka Red himself. You mean the one Marv got trained by? No, the other one. What other one is there? The real one. The first of many. Oh shit. Yeah, oh shit. So, to that Red Ranger's grandpa, you totally have an amazing lifestyle, and I can't wait to see the hilarious excuse you had meeting up with, you know, all past Red Rangers when it came to these ninjas, and, you know, the first Sentai team ever, but, you know, whatever. So on to their, scene. It's basically, I think the beginning of, Act 2, I want to say. But let's get to the plot first. ToQger, just basically does another run on another town, just basically save the world as usual, well, at least that town-wise. Kyoryuger out of nowhere shows up, because their past minions show up, and apparently ToQger couldn't, like, have the means to, take it down with their regular weaponry. More on that in a minute. So, Ninja's, fight scene in general did show off. Thank you, intern number 5, I'll kick your ass last. We have interns now? Yeah, we have interns now. What is with you people? Anyway, Ninja's fight scene in general with the monster was not bad. It made it retreat. I think took out a lot of ToQger minions. I think they were called crows. They had a really good like swag for a bunch of minions, because they ain't gonna get that in the next couple series. Just saying. So for the rest of the fight scene, they just showed off all the powers and abilities that they had. They didn't really have any movie exclusive, I guess, Shinobi keys. I'm gonna call them Shinobi keys until they have until I know the proper name. Yeah. For a preview for Ninja, it was not bad. It showed off everybody's abilities. It didn't get all the personalities correct because I guess they were still in the prototype phases from the scripting. I guess I don't really know. So on to the main plot of, well, ToQger. A movie exclusive from Kyoryuger's end kind of shows up and tries to take over whatever kind of imagination power that this movie exclusive could find, to the point of ditching and or bitching out, basically smacking away the current villains of ToQger, who also helped out in the final battle. Again, more on that in a minute. Now, the reason why I mentioned about the Ninja cameo first is that this movie exclusive, not this movie exclusive, this monster-ish of the day kind of thing, kind of gave you what you saw in the trailers. The ToQgers going back as kids. Now, I thought at first that was like a gimmicky thing, and like, oh, they were always adults, like at the start of the show. Turns out, and this is me probably eventually going to rewatch the series, they were kids first, and they woke up as adults. So their whole goal, alongside saving their town and saving, you know, every town that got affected by dark or the shadows, was to also go back to being kids and, you know, reunite with their parents. So yeah, my bad. Totally forgot that plot point. How many plot points did you forget in ToQger? A lot. And you didn't forget any of mine? Well, it's been over 2 years. Oh, come on. Like, you're gonna get a Power Rangers adaptation? Fuck Haim Saban. Well, at least we could agree on that. Anyway, on to the fight scenes themselves. When ToQger and Kyoryuger were exchanging their, I guess, batteries and trains, they were actually really good fight scenes. Very early on, too. It showed off that they can breach securities, breach walls and stuff. They even had, in later fight scenes, they had combined attacks with all of their complete forms, Zord-wise. Daijujin, whatever. Yeah, Sentai Zord-wise. And it still wasn't enough. They still couldn't get the last guy. Until someone in the writing department must have realized, oh yeah! ToQger had 10 Rangers. Let's bring all of them. But what does ToQger have for 5 other people? Oh, we'll just make the villains like help them out real quick. Temporary alliance, I like that. Says the screenwriter who's probably snorting on whatever the hell he's got left that's not coke. Bad drugs aside, it was a good movie, fight scene wise. It actually, I love the part where I think Daigo was like sneaking a peek on ToQger's battle strategies on how to breach into the main tower, since they had the imagination to get in there. ToQger didn't. So the reason why I mentioned about those power swaps is kind of how a lot of, I guess, past Sentai and definitely a lot of past Power Ranger shows do with their team-ups. I guess the point, embarrassingly obvious example would be the RPM and Samurai team-up, because somehow the Samurai guys didn't have the means to take down a fucking, sorry for the bad word, past RPM minion. Don't know why, just go with it. But fights in general were not bad. It's basic Sentai fare, and the pacing was really spot on. It made me feel for the characters, like what was Kyoryuger doing afterwards. Gold had the best crossover fight with Akira, aka Toku 6. They gelled together pretty well, and I guess this was still the phase in like Akira's life in the show where he really didn't know how to keep his weapon, and he didn't really care. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just charge right in. I don't care anymore. I don't care about my weapon. But if you're Gold, you're like, oh, nice, I could dual wield with that. That's awesome. And he did, and it was awesome. So fight scene choreography for that was not bad. Now, when the ToQgers were turned into kids, this is where Gold also kind of sort of got backfired. They were also fighting the monster that turned the ToQgers back into kids. It overworked, I guess, on Gold to the point of becoming a baby. The rest of the movie, Akira had to keep the kid on his chest like any parent would nowadays. And when the magic, you know, wore off when they defeated the monster with the Zords, a hilarious joke, he came back as adults like, hey, what the hell's going on here? Why do I have a binky? What is this? What's this Zord? What is this? So yeah, it is very little on plot when it comes to how the magic works and how the movie exclusives goals ended up being, aside from taking over the darkness and destroying what little imagination he could find, along with combining the battery keys from Kyoryuger. But aside from that, I didn't burn my eyes when I saw Daigo's new haircut. Past actors tend to do that. They like to change their look after, 2.5 years. And, yeah, For a crossover fight, this wasn't really bad. It utilizes everybody's abilities pretty well. They were a bigger toy vehicle than, I hate to say, you were. None taken. Seriously, I'll kill Daigo last. How about first? You gotta know your revenge strategy too, dude. Anyway, overall, yeah, this is pretty much a rent if you want to stick through the plot, but definitely a buy if you can buy this. Because I'm from America, I'm a Western audience, I can at all. If you want to just stick through the fight scenes, see the combinations, and it's a good team up when they finally get to the third act and when all 20 plus characters from these two shows just come together and kick this guy's ass with no Zord no less. And of course combine Kanon attacks, kind of like the last team up you did with, yeah. Anyway. Oh, what about them? I had a team up with these dinosaur guys. Yeah, and they showed you a side to talk about their past other dinosaur guys. Shit, you're right. Well, anyway, I am Red Buster. Busters, ready, go! Wow. And I'm NerdFan16, Richard K here on YouTube. And for reals, I really thought the crossover wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to end up being. And surprisingly, the whole turning back in the kids plot did kind of remind me a lot more on the ToQger meme plot than I guess the last couple episodes could. So it's a good refresher if you want to like get that, but the fight scenes didn't bore me. It didn't like go whoa, what is this? I don't even. I just wish the Spirit Rangers had more just had any fight scenes with the ToQgers in general, because they just mainly hanged out with the villains, just backed them up. But other than that, good movie. It's a rent if you can, anywhere in any country that has it on Blu-ray or DVD, mostly Japan or any of the Eastern countries, I guess. So, till my next Toku news, also going to be related to ToQger when it comes to their V Cinema. Yeah. More on that when that video comes out. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend. Imagination! Try to stop us now!